So I almost threw in the towel when it came to this YouTube channel. Interested to hear why? Stick around. Hello, and the warmest of welcomes to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick, glad to have you here. Those of you who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. I hope you're enjoying my videos. I put out videos roughly 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion, slightly more personal topics. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then please do head down, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I love chatting with you all. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and just celebrating who you are. Celebrating yourself, and of course, celebrating others. So, let's chat. Before we chat, bag of the day. Oh, heavy. Longchamp Rousseau tote. This tote is just so fabulous. So fabulous, and I love it. Oh, it's just gorge. It's everything I wanted it to be. It's beautiful, practical, chic, fun, different. Amazing. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. I was going for a full blue vibe today, and yeah, with my Armani sunglasses, it worked really well. It was a good look. I was happy with it. Oh, speaking of sunglasses, I have located my Lacoste sunglasses. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before. I found them about 2 weeks ago, and I've been meaning to tell you because I told you I would update you, and I know that you were all nervous. I know you were all worried about it. So please stop panicking. They have been located. They have been worn again, and I'm so happy to have them back because I love them. Don't get me wrong. Those blue Armanis, beautiful, loved, obsessed. I actually have 2 pairs of blue Armani, so my newest pair of blue Armanis, beautiful, and I love them. I love my other ones too. But these pink cat eye Lacostes, fabulous. So yes, happy to have found those. Now I don't have to find another pair, and now I feel like I have a nice kind of range of sunglasses. Would I say no to another pair? No. But I'll probably buy another pair of Lacoste. I actually find Armani and Lacoste do shapes that work really well for me. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We are here to talk about why did I almost stop with YouTube? Why did I almost give it up? Why did I almost hit that delete channel button? And let me preface this by saying, this isn't me creating a video so that people say, so that people say nice things. That's not the point of this. I am just someone who's really open with all of you, really appreciate all of the support that you give the channel, and I hope that you always appreciate the fact that I'm open with you. So I'm just sharing with you where my headspace was with this particular thing. So why was I feeling how I was feeling? The long and short of it is, when you're trying to create content and you're trying to grow a channel, it's tough. It takes time, it takes energy, it takes motivation. These were all things that a few weeks ago I was lacking when it came to this. I was incredibly busy outside of this. This is very much a hobby for me. I was struggling to find the time, and I was struggling to find the energy, and I wasn't feeling motivated. I was feeling, I don't know why, I just wasn't feeling particularly happy. I wasn't feeling like I looked good on camera. I didn't like it when I was getting ready and I was then saying, no, I can't film. I don't like how I look today. What's the point? No one's gonna, it's not gonna get watched anyway. Everyone else is doing better than me. I'm clearly not making the content people want. I was going in this little cycle of feelings. And I am someone with a fairly big emotional swing. Okay, I can be really, really happy 1 minute, and something can make me just go boo, whoop, boo, whoop. Like I know that I'm a bit like that, much less so now than I used to be. I used to be much more kind of emotional. I'm a little bit more pragmatic now, but I do still have an emotional swing. I know that about myself. It's just the nature of who I am as an individual, and I'm an emotional individual. And I was just getting very much in my own head. Like I said, I wasn't liking, I was really down on myself in terms of how I felt I was looking, and particularly when it comes to fashion, etc. I wanted to make sure that I was looking and feeling my best. Otherwise, I didn't feel like I was representing myself or the clothes, etc. that I was trying to wear and the things I was trying to talk about adequately. I was also getting really in my head about the metrics. And I've seen other individuals talk about this, where the metrics can be really tough. And I have a lot of respect for the YouTubers who don't even look at them, who just put out the content time after time and say, do you know what? I don't care what the metrics are doing. I go through ebbs and flows of being able to put the metrics to one side, and then there are other times where I'm obsessed with them. And I was going through a few weeks ago this period of time where I was obsessed with them. I wanted to see what the views were doing. I couldn't understand why specific videos that had done well in the past weren't doing well this time. I couldn't understand why a video that I was really proud of didn't get the engagement, but then another video I'd have watched of someone else's that I might have enjoyed but didn't feel had quite the same gravitas to it or quite the same research behind it, etc., would do so much better. And it was really starting to make me question whether or not I was cut out for this, whether or not I'm doing what I need to be doing to have a potentially successful channel. I'm under no illusions that I don't think I will ever have a 100k, 200k, 300k channel, because I don't know that as an individual I have enough of a broad, I don't know if I have a broad enough appeal, and that's okay with me. I absolutely love the community that we're creating on this channel. I'm so grateful for every single individual who supports this channel. And I'll come back to that in a moment. But yeah, I was getting very into the metrics and I couldn't understand why some of my videos weren't doing so well. It just becomes really difficult and you become a bit obsessed with it. And it's hard to pull yourself out of that and then motivate yourself when you've had a string of videos that haven't done so well, that then to go, well, how do I put myself in front of the camera again to create a video that I feel passionate about, but that I also don't know will do well. And this is going to take me half an hour to film, an hour and a half to edit, you know, then you've got the upload, then you've got managing the comments and the descriptions and all that stuff, you know, a good few hours in the process, and it might not do that well. And that can be really, really difficult. And like I said, I'm someone with a bit of an emotional swing, and I got to a point where I was looking at my metrics and I had this thought of, well, just delete it then. If it's not making you happy, Nick, just delete the channel. Just hit the button of delete. And I was very tempted to do it. It was quite late and I was in my own head and I just thought, stuff it. Stuff it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to make it some prolonged goodbye. I'm just going to delete. I'll still continue to watch everyone that I've really enjoyed, but I'm out. And then there was a voice in the back of my head that said, you're going to regret that. Don't do it. Do not. Pull your finger away from the button. Scroll up. Think about it. Think about it. And of course, I've been getting more and more in my own head as time went on. And I was becoming less and less rational about it. And I was just creating the storyline of, I'm no good at this. I'm never going to be good at it. You know, I'm never going to be able to grow it. I'm just, I'm not engaging. Or, you know, you then start to end up on this road of critique of yourself and criticism of yourself. And I was very much on that road. And I thought, why am I doing this to myself? Just delete the channel. And just continuing to engage with people, but not from the perspective of the content creator, but from the perspective of the content consumer, and just go back to being a content consumer. But like I said, I had this voice in the back of my head that said, you're going to regret this. You're going to regret this. So I thought, I'll sleep on it. I'm someone who always has to sleep on something. I always think you'll feel better in the morning. I think when you're tired, when it's late, you're just not going to be as rational, I think, as when you've slept and you've woken up and you've got a fresh perspective. Of course, the voice in the back of my head was right. Completely right. I'd have been so upset with myself, if I'd have done that. I was having this irrational moment and I would have been so upset with myself if I'd have done that. Because I am so proud of this channel. I am so proud of the messages that we're able to convey, of the fact that this is centered around positivity and embracing yourself and empowerment and being authentic and just knowing that you being you is enough. That's what this channel is all about. I love the engagement that I have with everyone in this channel. I said that I would come back to this point. I am so eternally grateful to everyone who supported my channel to this point, and I never want it to seem like my only intention is to grow it. That in the mood I was in felt like the thing that was really weighing on me. But when I'm in a headspace like I am at this moment, or like I was when I woke up the next day, what I remind myself is, it doesn't matter if it's 100 people, 1,000 people, 10,000 people, 100,000 people. If you're having meaningful discussions, if you're having an opportunity to empower people, if you're having an opportunity for people to feel their best self through your content, or if you're able to motivate them to make a specific change or do something that makes them feel their best, that's worth everything. And, you know, I said about the videos that weren't doing so well. One of those videos went on to then spark a purchase of another content creator on here who was so excited about the purchase that they'd made. And it was off the back of seeing one of the videos that in my head, because the metrics showed X amount of views, in my head was a failure. But it wasn't, because by me sharing that content, it was someone saw something that they believed would spark joy in them that then they went on to go and get. Or I've had individuals that have reached out to me when I've shared things about my personal life, when I've shared things about my mental health struggles, or when I've shared things like my coming out stories. People will reach out to me offline, or online, but offline of YouTube, to discuss that further, or to share a personal experience from their side, or to ask for some advice, and that again is worth so much. That is worth so much. And I have to remind myself of that and not get bogged down in the fact that my videos might not do as well as some others. I need to only worry about the lane that I'm in. You know, I don't have to run the same race as everybody else. I just need to keep doing what I feel passionate about, sharing the topics that I feel passionately about. And you know what? If I make a video that's 10 minutes long and 90 of those people who watch it for 8 minutes, versus I make a video that's 10 minutes long and 200 people watch it for 3 minutes, I'd rather have that engaged 90. I'd rather have individuals that want to be on the journey with you than individuals that just dip in and out of it. Of course, you need all of it. You need all of it. Of course you do. That's how this whole thing works. But I love the engagement. I love being able to interact with people in the comments. I love kind of having familiar faces in the comments or in my DMs, etc., who I can interact with, and generating those friendships, not just with other content creators. And I've been really lucky with some of those relationships who, although a lot of them, you know, we've never met, a lot of us, but you feel like you have a connection, which is fantastic. And I can feel the same with subscribers as well. There are certain subscribers who I speak to with a fair amount of regularity, and I absolutely love that. So I nearly made a spur of the moment decision, an impulsive decision that I'd have really, really kicked myself for down the line, because I'd have wanted to come back online. I'd have wanted to start all of this again. I'd have wanted to keep those dialogues going. I'd have been so disappointed with myself for cutting off that line of communication just because I was in a bad headspace. It would have been such a silly thing to do. And instead of just saying, do you know what, if I'd have woken up the next day and said, do you know what, I still don't want to be posting, I could have just stopped posting, or I could have just made the channel dormant. I didn't have to, you know, delete it, but that was just the mood I was in. I thought, I'm just going to quit. But one thing I have learned through my life, and I know a lot of people will have had this same life lesson for many different reasons, but you can't just quit because the going gets tough or because it feels like you should. Those are the times where you have to persevere more, I believe. Those are the times that you will come to value later on. So regardless of what the circumstance is, I mean, like I said, you know, bit of a waffly video, but I just feel it's important sometimes to, this channel is built around me being open with you. You all in turn are open with me. And I think sometimes we have to say when things don't feel as rosy. You know, we talk about when things are great. It's okay to also acknowledge when things aren't so great. And I was in that mood a little while ago and I snapped out of it. And can I say I won't be in that mood again? No. You know, like I said, I'm someone who's been open about, you know, some of the challenges that I've had and how I manage myself and the signs that I know I have to look out for with myself. I'm very honest with myself. I'm very self-aware. So I just continue to plug away, kind of day in, day out. And, you know, sometimes might be something else where I have this irrational, a few months ago, I remember it was that I needed to sell all of my bags. I had this, got it in my head. They all just needed to go. Don't know why. Just got it in my head. I could be like that sometimes. But I know how to talk myself around. And that was what I did this time. I went, take a beat, sleep on it, think about how you feel in the morning. I woke up and because I got to that point of, this is what I want to do, I'd managed to bounce back. Whereas I've been declining to that point for a little while, I then suddenly got to, okay, now it's crunch time. No, I don't want to do it. And I'm glad. But yeah, like I said, a bit of a waffly one, but I always think I owe you all support me. I owe you transparency. That's what I've given here. And I'm so grateful, like I said, for all of the support that I get on this channel. And I don't want to lose that community feel through growth. I'm not looking for this to be my business. I love this as a hobby, and I love it as a hobby because of the interaction that I get to have. I don't want to lose that. So that's worth a huge amount to me, and you're all very important to me. So thank you so much as always for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Bit of an odd topic, but I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts. If there's anything that you've ever come across or there's ever been a moment in time where you've gone, I just need to make a big change, somewhat spur of the moment that you've then talked yourself around, or if any of my fellow content creators have ever had that moment where they go, do you know what, I've had enough, this isn't for me, and I'm stopping. If anyone's ever had that, give me a shout. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear how you talked yourself around. Thank you so much as always for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Take care. Bye. Mwah.